Liverpool lose to Chelsea 2-1. Who gets the headlines? Well, Chelsea with the late winner, but Liverpool are in a bit of a crisis. We've mentioned it before, 5 wins from 5, but it's 2 losses in the Premier League in a row. It's 3 altogether with the Galatasaray loss. And Liverpool are vulnerable. They've lost the authority they had last season. It's understandable. I think Chelsea today, fantastic. It was sort of end-to-end in the second half, but I felt in the last 15 minutes, Chelsea were the better team, and the Liverpool goalkeeper was the busier keeper. To win it at the end like that's fantastic for Chelsea. I do think Chelsea have been a little bit underrated. To hear Chelsea fans talking about Maresca out, by the way, or some Chelsea fans, is incredible. You played us with 10 men for most of the game. I don't think you'd have lost at Old Trafford with 11. Against Brighton, again, I don't think you'd lose that game without the sending off. These things happen, but Chelsea probably are in a false position in the league. They're better than it suggests. So getting the win today was really, really important for them. But Liverpool, look, Arsenal top of the league outright now by a point. Liverpool are in a bit of a crisis. Why? Their leaders aren't turning up. I think there'll be a lot written about Kirkes and Wirtz and Isak, of course, but they are new players. They have to be given time to settle. I think more importantly, the players that you need to carry those those newer players aren't delivering. I thought Mo Salah was very wasteful tonight. Had lots of the ball, didn't do enough with it. And then Van Dijk, as the captain and leader of that team, you go back to the Caicedo goal. I'm sorry, he's got to step out and block it, and he backs off. And I think we're seeing that more and more from Van Dijk. We saw Neto in the first half, one-on-one, getting at him. Van Dijk is slightly losing that authority. Last season, I think he was the best centre-back in the league. This year, there's a bit of vulnerability. It's almost like he's stepping off a little bit. And those players need to be at the highest level for Liverpool to be going and winning those sort of games. It's fine margins, by the way. Like, Liverpool only lost to Palace by a late goal. They've lost to Chelsea by a late goal. That's 6 points dropped on late goals, but they've won points that way as well. Again, Galatasaray 1-0. It's fine margins with Liverpool. I still believe that they're going to hit form at some point, and with Man United next, that's quite daunting. But it's not like they're losing 2 or 3-0. They are close, but they're not close enough. And they've got to turn that around. The Chelsea game today, when they get back to 1-1, there was about 10 minutes where they could have made it 2-1. But in the last 10 minutes, it's definitely Chelsea's game and they've won it. And Liverpool have got to turn those opportunities into wins again. And that's what I mean about authority. They've lost the fear factor at the moment. Liverpool have lost the fear factor, and that's a dangerous thing when you are going through a bit of transition. As we said last week, understandably, you know, the loss of Jota, Diaz, Trent leaving as well, bringing the new players in. These are big changes, but the big players need to step up. And obviously Slot's got to take some responsibility. They're 1 point off the top, by the way. It's not drama, but when you are that good and you are the favourites and you lose 2 games in a row, then you are going to be put under scrutiny. So I think questions for Liverpool, the big question for them is how quickly can they get back playing well? Every game's winnable for Liverpool, but they're off. I don't expect Salah to be off for much longer. I think Isak will become a very good player for them. They've still got a brilliant midfield. I thought Szoboszlai was brilliant again for them. McAllister had a good game as well. Van Dijk needs to up his game. Kirkes needs to settle in. You need more from Gakpo on the left-hand side because, you know, I think we're seeing the brilliance of Diaz at Bayern, and I think we're seeing how important he was for Liverpool as well. So they're off at the moment, but they're still in the race. They need to sort themselves out. They will get better, but they are in a bit of a mini crisis. As for Chelsea, I mean, incredibly, if Chelsea had lost that game, I think there'd have been a lot of Maresca out talk. The modern football world is strange, isn't it? You know, you're in, you're out, you shake it all about. But what a goal by Caicedo. I think Chelsea is suffering because of the Club World Cup, and we all knew it would happen. The amount of injuries, I mean, both centre-backs going off injured today. It's going to be a problem for Chelsea all season. You can see why they've got a big squad. But look, those 2 red cards against Man United and Brighton had caused them problems in the league. They needed to win today. And I sense that in a different scenario, in a different time in the league, both clubs might have gone, a point's not bad. But for Chelsea, you felt that they were like, a point is bad for us. They would have been down near mid-table if they'd drawn the game. Winning the game puts them right back amongst it, gives them a bit of momentum. And they were hungry for that win at the end. Estevao was an inspired substitution. I thought Gittins did well as well. And obviously they've ended up with the win. Cucurella got the better of Salah across 90 minutes. And they didn't stop going. And I think fortune favours the brave. And Chelsea didn't settle there. I think when it hits 90 minutes and there's 7 minutes added on, time and time again, when it's two big teams, we've seen teams settle and go, okay, let's share the spoils and live to fight another day. But it wasn't. It was quite an open game, and Liverpool were looking for the opportunity on the break, but Chelsea, they really did commit players forward. It's a very, very good run by Cucurella. The cutbacks there, and of course, there is the finish by Estevao to win it for Chelsea at the end. And I think it's a fantastic win for them. And look, I'm not saying Chelsea are going to win the league. I think Arsenal today, winning against West Ham. I think in relation to the league title, by the way, after 7 games, if I can get you the league table up for a moment. Doesn't seem to want to come up. Let me start it. I can't get it to come up. That's a shame. Let me shout it out for you then. Strange why that won't go up. Arsenal on 16 points. Liverpool on 15 points. I mean, Spurs have sort of snuck up there. Bournemouth on 14 points. Then you got, I mean, look, Chelsea is still 5 points off the top. They're still 4 points off Liverpool. So that's how important the 3 points were for Chelsea. But 5 points, 4 points isn't massive at this point. But I think Arsenal are the team to go for. I predicted Arsenal will win the league this season, and that's a very big statement this early in the season. I fully expect Liverpool to come back. Who knows what Man City and Chelsea are going to do? But it's a big, big win for Arsenal today. And I think that with Arsenal, they've played a lot of difficult games. They've been to Newcastle, they've been to Old Trafford, they've been to Anfield, they've played Man City, they're top of the league after 7 games. And games like today, and Forest at home, where they won, and West Ham at home today, they're the sort of games that Arsenal might drop points in. And they're the sort of games where Arsenal will win the league. So I think they're in a very, very good position at the moment. And the advantage that Arsenal have over Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City is they're less of a project. They have spent money on players, but the spine of the team, Raya, Gabriel, Saliba, Rice, Odegaard, and Saka's a fundamental part of that team as well, Timber. They've got established players that know what Arsenal are all about, and then you're bringing in people like Zubimendi, Gyökeres, good backup players that can fight for places like Mascara, and Eze's a great addition, Madueke before. Arsenal at the moment, to me, look like the team that can do it. But look, we're very, very early. And I think we're all waiting for Liverpool to bounce back, by the way. But that's a fantastic win for Chelsea. Get your comments in below. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe. I'll speak to you on the next one.